Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Bangkok, and where we are is we're in Jatchajak Park. And what brought us over here is for one of my favorite festivals that they do in Thailand. It is Loy Krathong, which the literal translation is like to float a basket. And what it is people come over here, they build these little floats out of like bananas, like the banana tree and stuff like that. They fold up the leaves and put the flowers on it, and then they send off these little floats out into the water, and it's to get rid of like bad spirits and stuff like that, and also to make donations to the water spirits and to get like fortune in the new year. So anyway, this happens in November. This year's November 5th, and it happens in like the 12th lunar month in the old lunar calendar. Anyway, we're gonna walk through here. I'll show you some of the floats where they make them out front of the park, and then we'll look at the way they float them out onto the water here. So let's see what we see tonight. And where we're at is we're right over here by Mochit BTS. This is up in the Jatchajak area. And this park is humongous. It's got a huge pond here in the middle, and everybody's floating the little floats out there, and a pretty big crowd. And you can see they buy them. So they have the vendors that sell them over here and make them. Let's go take a look at it, and then we'll go in and see the little floats on the water. Yeah, so right out here by the BTS station, that's it right here. This is the Sukhothai line, the green line. And this is northern Bangkok up in the Jatchajak district. And I like coming here much better than going down on the Chao Phraya River. The water's a lot calmer, plus the crowds are a lot smaller. If you go down to Asiatique or whatever, you can do all of this also. It's all over Thailand. But they're making the floats right here. You can see they got the little leaves and the little marigolds and everything. And then some of the other floats. And they'll have a candle on it. You see the little candles. And some of them will do like out of fish food. They don't want to have any plastics or whatever to go into the water. And in addition to the krathongs, you'll have the street food and everything. So these are the ones that they make out of the fish food. So they disintegrate. Like the banana leaves and stuff like that do too, but there are some that have a lot of the plastics that just kind of make a mess after it's all done. Yeah, so you can see their floats here. So these are like 80 baht for these. These over here are 150. And then they got the lighters and stuff for the candles. And you can see here, these are for the ones for the kids. You got like a little alligator. And these are more the traditional ones right here. You can see that has like the part of the banana tree, and then it has the leaves that they fold up with the joe sticks and the candles. And so they let these go. Yeah, what I like about them is the artistry that goes into them. It's pretty cool. They just fold up all those leaves and make them into something really nice. And we got more street food over here. Meat on a stick and the dim sum and drinks and everything. And then they'll have just all the vendors here. So these are 60 baht. And you can see how the leaves are. They're folded up there. And all the candles and everything. And you got the kids over here, so it's all the family affair. So it's kind of funny. This guy's normally a motorcycle taxi driver, but he's over here making up the floats to sell. All right, so let's go into the park now and let's take a look at these. Now you can go to some of the big ones, like the huge event is over at Cassette University. I'm not gonna go to it usually, or this year, but usually I go over there, and it has got so many people. But I like the more traditional floats with the banana tree. The ones they do over there are only the little candles, and I don't really like those as well. And there's bunches more of all of this down here also. All right, so the park here. Now there's 3 parks in this area. There's the Jatchajak Park where we're here. There's the Queen Circuit Park, and then there is the train park that's all here. It's a great little green spot in the city. And you got the big clock over here. Yeah, this is right next to the Jatchajak Weekend Market. That's one of the huge touristy destinations for people to come. Also the Thais. The Thais love to go over there and shop. All right, so here is the pond. So they actually have a sign here where they're not wanting you to put the floats in that are made of the bread. It gets to be too much food for the fish, and it makes makes problems in the water. All right, here is it. So there's all the floats that people have sent out all around. Now this is a festival that dates back to the Sukhothai era, so around the 1200s or so. One of the consorts of King Ramkamhang made a float out on the river when they were out, and he liked it, so he encouraged everybody else to do it. It may date even further back, the tradition, to like an Indian custom. Oh, we got one that's over on fire here. Could have originated from one where they released these in for the water spirits in India, or it could have came from like the Khmer also. They do a similar tradition, or they did. Okay, so you see what they do. They light the candles and the joe stick. They say a little prayer, and then they'll come over and release it onto the water. And that is letting the like the bad go away. It floats away. So you can see there's the sunflowers over here also. So everybody's in here for the photos, for letting off the Loy Krathong, and then they get some pictures with their little float with the sunflowers. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And what's cool is whenever you see all the families come out, a lot of them will be dressed up in the traditional clothes. And they'll do this little festival every year. And everybody just circles around the big pond over here. You got a little generator over here for the lights. Then you got like first aid and police and everybody stationed around also. Yeah, you can just see how many are out here. And a little bridge over there, it's pretty cool. And all on the other side. Yeah, some of them get out of control and burn up whenever they're the real dry ones. So he's getting ready to let his float go. Yeah, lots of people here. All right, let's walk over to the bridge. See what it looks like over there. Yeah, what I like about over here is that it's alcohol free. If you go to some of the canals and stuff, the people get a little inebriated and they let off fireworks and all kinds of stuff. And it gets a little annoying, especially when you're like in a really small area and you got those big firecrackers going off. But down here, it's just people coming and letting the floats go and kind of enjoying the evening. And it's a perfect evening. It's not raining or anything. And you can see all the people that can exercise in the park also. And the whole family getting ready to go, and he's letting his off over here also. Yeah, I've been seeing this Loy Krathong for a decade and a half or so, and I always enjoy it. At the school, we used to really do a big thing for it. This year, it's we just had the Queen die, so they're not doing any real like celebrations. They're still letting off these, but they need to be subdued. You know, not any big like parties or anything. So we have a year of mourning for the Queen Mother dying. Yeah, so here's the whole thing. We're up on the bridge. You can see all the candles going and all the people here. And over there is the Mo Chip BTS, and you can see some of the skyscrapers around. This is kind of a little green oasis here in a concrete jungle. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at Jatchajak Park here in Bangkok for Loy Krathong. This is one of my favorite holidays in Thailand. It's a family-friendly thing. It's not just crazy like Songkran gets. I really like it. I come and I do this every year, and it's fun to see the little floats and see the families doing all their stuff and all of that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and you get to see some more stuff like this. I just show you things, and it's this open narrative. I just tell you a little bit about what I know and all of that. So if you like this, then you're in the right spot. And if you have any questions or comments, ask me down below, and I'll do my best to answer it. And until next time, from over here in Jatchajak in Bangkok, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.